And we're back. You tuned into Sport Federation TV. I'm Lenyukta Chetty. From the world of equestrian, in studio with me now is SarahJanes Lazarus. Welcome, Sarah. Thank you for joining us.
Cool, thanks for having me.
All right, now in equestrian, for those of our viewers that don't know what equestrian is, would you please describe the sport for us?
Cool, well actually equestrian is a very, very broad sport. There's lots of disciplines underneath equestrian. And our discipline is eventing, three-phase eventing.
Three-phase eventing.
Yes.
I would love for you to tell us what three-phase eventing is.
Okay, well, three-phase eventing is pretty much like the triathlon of horse riding.
Oh.
Yeah, it's made up of three disciplines. The first is dressage, and that really just teaches, tests the horse's suppleness, balance, and just cohesion with the rider, you know.
Yeah.
So it's in a dressage arena, and it's a set of movements, and there's a judge judging you, and basically it's one of the phases.
Right.
And then the next one is cross country, and that's the one that we all live for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is over 2 to 4 kilometers, and you're traveling at quite a speed. Yeah. And
how is that judged? How is the cross country judged?
So the cross country has about 20 obstacles that you have to jump or do.
Yeah.
They range from jumping down a bank to ditches. They're very cross country jumps are very solid fences. So it's not like show jumping where the poles fall. And yeah, so there's generally a judge.
So it's real.
It's serious. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of the more dangerous disciplines of them, because obviously you're traveling at quite a speed, and anything can happen. But yeah, basically you get penalties if your horse refuses, or if you fall off, or and that's just added. Those penalties are added to your dressage score, and then the final discipline is show jumping. And I'm sure you know what show jumping is. That's just, you know, the poles that do fall in the grass arena or on the arena. And those penalties are then added to your final score, and the person with the least penalties wins.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a rider who's registered for eventing, they would participate in all three categories?
Yes. So eventing is all three categories. I mean, a lot of eventers do other disciplines too, but yeah, it's one discipline and one competition,
Okay. Tell us about your history with the sport.
My history? Oh, geez. So I started riding when I was quite young. I was very, very lucky to have the opportunity to have my own horse as a child. But I wasn't very competitive until about the ages of 15, 16, when a friend got me in touch with a very good instructor. And that's when I started taking eventing a bit more seriously. But I was very lucky to have a nice junior horse. I managed to get into the Western Province team with him in my last year. And ever since that, I went to Stellenbosch to study, and but horses has just taken over, and now I've got a riding school, and my life revolves around horses.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
What has been your best highlight from everything you've experienced as an athlete, as a rider?
Sure. I have to say, you know, the people at eventing are just the most incredible people. We are a very, very tight-knitted community. Even though it's competitive, everyone's looking out for everyone. And I think that's actually the best part of it, is just having this family where you know, you've always got support, and we always have so much fun.
Yeah. And you also, I mean, aside from the fact that you're a rider and your life revolves around horses now, you're also an administrator in the sport, hey?
Yes. So I'm part of the Western Province Eventing Committee, and my portfolio is mainly development. So we address development, obviously trying to grow our sport, transformation, and that's my role.
And what is your vision as the development officer? You said Western Cape Equestrian. Hey,
yes,
what is your vision for the Western Cape in terms of transformation and development?
Well, obviously we would love to have more underprivileged people competing and riding with us. You know, our biggest obstacle is finances. you know, horse riding unfortunately is a very expensive sport. So we need sponsors to get on board to help us to get these athletes competing and yeah.
Okay. And how does one know whether this is kind of the sport for them?
Well, I guess it's if you've got a love for animals, that's your starting point. Because I mean, at the end of the day, it's a team sport between you and a live animal.
Yeah.
So you've got to have that love for them. That's the most important. And if we're going to talk specifically about eventing, I think you've got to be a bit of an adrenaline junkie as well, because there's a lot of risk and a lot of adrenaline linked to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you look so excited when you talk about it. Like you look like, I wish I was eventing now and not doing this interview.
I do. I love it. It's, I'm not a very competitive person. I just do it for the love of the sport. And after a show on a weekend, there's no feeling like it. I mean, yeah. A lot of hard work that goes into it. So it's nice to show it off.
If people want to register for the sport or get involved with the development efforts, how can they contact you?
I would think the best would probably be to visit our Facebook page, Western Cape Eventing. Otherwise, we've also got a website.
All right,
it's probably
great.
the best place, yeah.
Well, Sarah-Jane, thank you very much for joining us.
And thanks so much for having me.
Yes, and all the best. I hope you achieve your transformation and development goals going forward.
Yeah, thanks. And if anyone's interested, this weekend we've got our youth champs out in Stellenbosch at Sunnington Farm. So yeah, Sunday is obviously the fun day to come and watch the cross country. So if anyone's looking for a family day out, please come pop in and support us.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
All the best with that.
Cool, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Cool.
After the break, we'll be taking a look at Chinese pool, so please stay tuned for that.